So, in activity 6, we learned how to put uh, and even still images behind them with the blue screen there. So, that's a pretty cool thing to know how to do. Um, I think in that tutorial, I actually said, "Look, you're going to put a title at the beginning." Uh, Listen, you're going to do all the things you learned how to do back in activity 3 and 4. I want a title at the beginning. I want rolling credits at the end. I want transitions. I guess it's the only place you're going to have a transition is between your titles, maybe, or you could put transitions between your images here. You're definitely going to want audio, music at the beginning and end of your a recording of your autobiography. Maybe you could even have the music playing lightly in the background. You could knock the volume down to like 15% and you would still hear a little bit of that music in the background. That'd be a pretty cool thing to do. But these are all skills you've already learned. So I'm not going to teach you how to do them. That was lessons 3 and 4. Here's 2 new things I want you to know how to do. One, I'm just going to knock this title out of here, go to my text menu over here. I'm going to go to my text menu over here, and we have motion titles. So look at these when you click on the highlight and with a whisper. Some of these are interesting. Bada boom. Okay, so that's got a little more dynamic. You can see the way these things move. Wow, that one did a lot of moving. So I like this guy here. I'm going to bring it in and put it at the beginning. I might have to slide my track over a little bit. But when you click on it, every line, so here where it says customize text on this top line, I would say, oops, come on now, Mr. Pats. And then here where it says colors and fonts, I would say amazing autobiography. Am I spelling that right? Yeah, I think so. So now that I've changed it, and you can change the colors, I guess, too. You can go off and change things a little bit. Don't spend too much time on it, but just understand you can change the font. You can make it a little bit different. And when I click done, now watch. I'll go all the way here back to the beginning with my nifty jump to beginning button, and watch this. Mr. Pat's amazing autobiography, and I didn't have to do any of the work in terms of that being my the animated like that. So moving titles, and again, guys, there's literally dozens of them here. Make your message stand out. Maybe that's the one you want. Maybe you like this one with a little, ooh, say it with shapes. So, spend a little bit of time, pick one that's kind of cool. And then when you click on it, edit it with your own text, something that introduces yourself, has your name in it, because, it's nice that your teacher can actually grade you knowing what your name is and whose project it is. I suppose we could do these at the end as well. I still like kind of the rolling credits thing we did before, but if you wanted to use a moving title at the end of your project too, instead of this going like this, I could say, thanks for watching, something like that. You get the idea. All right. One more thing. I know we've already added a line here. And you know what? We have an empty line here. This text one we're not really using. I think I'm just going to delete that track. I can always put it in later if I need to. So we've got audio down here, which is where I might put my music, which we know how to do. So, and if at the beginning, we've got video 2 with our titles on it, and we've got video 1 with our blue screen backgrounds. I'm going to add another track just so I have another place to put stuff. And I think it's here in extras. Yes. See all the call outs. So this is kind of fun. If I put this over my head and I move it around, I get myself a speech bubble, and I can change the shape and the size of the speech bubble and where the thing points. And then when I double click on it down here, I can say something like Tech Ed rules. Oh, what did I say? Sam Tech rules. What the heck? Tech Ed. Oh, because it was sample. That's why. Tech Ed rules. I can't see it. Maybe the color of the text needs to be different. Hey, there it is. Tech Ed rules. That sounds like something Mr. Pat would say. And so now, when you're watching my recording, and you can see over here, it's going to hold that until it comes out on the other side. Right? You could have a caption like, I love, I don't know, BTS, or I think, whatever, my little brother snores, or something like that. You could have a little comment when you're talking about your family. Keep it appropriate, but you can have some fun with these little call outs. Another thing that's kind of neat with these extras, let me just go back here from call outs. Overlays are interesting too. You could be talking about somebody you really like, or something you really like, and you could have a big throbbing heart there. Um, Once again, we should be able to move it so it's not in front of my face. But if I click done, now I've got the beady heart. I could have pow or bang. Now, you don't want to do too many of these things. It can be distracting, but maybe two or three, what these are called, overlays, because they go on top of the video. Watch, it's gonna say "pow" in front of my face there, right? So these are what's called overlays, whether it's the call out box, which if I didn't move it over would be in front of my face, whether it's a heart or one of these animations here. I would like to see at least two or three of these things. So you're also showing me the skill of adding a video track line down here. Instead of video 1 and 2, you add video 3 and you put those on top of there. And now you've got three different layers to your particular video. In fact, here you can see I've still got the ocean here, and I've got the heart. I've got me here talking about myself and my autobiography, and then I've got the heart beating. So I've literally got three layers being played at once here. So remember, I want all the stuff you did in activity 3 and 4. I want beginning titles. I want transitions if possible. I want background music. You certainly wouldn't knock down the volume on your own podcast, but maybe you could have the audio here where you would actually uh, knock the sound down. So here, let's bring this down here, and I'll make this track height regular again so I can work with it a little bit better. And one of the things here that you have is called opacity and audio. And if you say show audio level, it gives you these little dots here. Geez, up until about here, well, here, maybe I'll make this track small so I've got a little more room. Right up until I start talking here, I want the music to be pretty loud. So I'm going to make a dot there, and then I'm going to bring it down. Okay. And maybe keep it again. Now, I think there it's at 14% volume. And if I go way to the end of my video, maybe I'll just chop it off here, put my cursor here and click the split button. Remember, that's our friend. We can trim things and get rid of extra stuff. But if I go back to my opacity, or I'm sorry, my audio level, I can bring it back up. And now at the end, I guess I would actually do it here, wouldn't I? Because this is when I stop talking. So somewhere around here is when I'd, come on, you stinker. I would bring that up, and then you'd see my outgoing title, match the end of it up. So now it's going to what we call fade in and fade out. Right now I'd be talking, and it would be nice and quiet, and then the music would come up. We would hear the music for a few seconds, and then it would go away toward the end. It would fade away. So I would guess that the adding the overlays, adding motion titles, and fading in and out the music would be the three new skills outside of using the blue screen that I want to see in this activity 6 and 7 autobiography project. Okay, so finish all these and show your teacher. Good luck.